The Rangers Today baseball podcast guest segment is brought to you by the Frisco Rough Riders and will be brought to you by the Frisco Rough Riders all season. They return home on next Tuesday, which is the day after Memorial Day, which is the 30th of May, playing those mighty San Antonio Missions. Look, next weekend, though, is a really, really big deal. They have a great promotion for you. It's called the Family 4-Pack. All right, here's what you get for $80. $80 gets you 4 home plate tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas. I might get that for myself. It's a really good deal. Go out there. That's valid for June 2nd, June 3rd, and June 4th. As always, Thursday, that'll take place on June 1. In addition to the great deal for the 2nd, you also get post-game fireworks. On the 3rd, it's Kids Run the Bases. And on the 4th, again, post-game fireworks. And it's always on Sunday, Kids Sunday Fun Day. So go on out, see your Frisco Rough Riders. Go to MiLB.com/Frisco to get more information.
All right, guys, and joining us right now from the Frisco Rough Rider Hotline, brought to you by Frisco Rough Riders, is current Frisco Rough Rider right-handed pitcher Owen White, known by some to Bar Fight White, as some of them call. But hey, Owen, what's going on, buddy?
How are you?
How was Arkansas?
It's good. It ain't too hot. We've had some tough games, but I mean, we got a chance to fight back tomorrow and today. So right now it's going all right.
How's that mustache going, brother?
It's annoying me. I'm ready to shave it off.
Is this another deal where you guys are just growing mustaches as a bonding thing, or what?
Yeah, I think it was a bullpen idea, mustache May or something like that. So we decided to jump on the train, but I don't know how much longer I'm gonna ride it.
Only a few more days.
I know.
Yeah. Is that I'm looking at I'm not looking at my camera. I'm looking at you on the Zoom. Is that about as good as you can do? Because I can't grow a mustache.
No, that's about as good as it's gonna get.
All right, so you started the game last night. How do you feel the day after a start?
I'm pretty sore, but I mean, confidence-wise, I feel pretty good. I mean, I don't think they beat me. I think I beat myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt like I threw some pitches when I needed to. Then I obviously didn't execute one or a couple that got hit pretty hard. And I mean, when you have 5 walks, it doesn't really help you. I mean, there's always base runners on in every inning, so never could get anything rolling on my end. So just got to be better.
What Jack Leiter walked 7 on Tuesday. You walked 5. Kind of uncharacteristic. Is there something going on with the mound there in Little Rock, or were you guys just one of those nights?
You know, I felt like both of us landed some pitches that didn't really get called on the corners, but I mean, you think nobody's fault, blame nobody. You just got to throw it over the hard plate, I guess. Yeah, I mean, going to Arkansas and throwing on that mound, there's, I mean, the backdrops looks like you're throwing 90 feet, so. It's a little bit different.
That's interesting.
That is strange.
That is.
So what do you mean by back? So what you're seeing behind the catcher, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it just opens up. There's no real wall back there. And it's probably, I don't know, 40 feet behind the catcher.
Wow.
So
I can't. It's something you never think about is somebody pitching and what the backdrop is when you line up. And that is strange. I guess without a wall back behind there or something like that, and just maybe fans kind of blending in, maybe it looks like you are.
I've always wondered, and Owen, you used to play basketball, so like when you play in your own gym. Let's say you're a college team, you play in your own gym, you get used to it, and then you go to like the NCAA regional and you're playing in a damn dome. I mean, I would just think that that's hard to get used to. And I guess it would apply here too, but that's pretty interesting. Okay, so you said you're sore. So what body parts are sore? I'm going to guess your arm, but you use a lot of leg. I'm going to guess there's just general body soreness.
Yeah, I mean, for me right now, I mean, it's the best kind of soreness. And it's not my elbow, so that's always good for me.
That is good.
Right now, it's spread out. I got a little bit of forearm, a little bit of bicep, a little bit of tricep, a little bit of lat. So I mean, it's spread out evenly. It's not just pinpointed in one spot, which tells me I'm using the whole arm, and definitely the hips and legs are sore. Last night was the hardest I've been throwing. So still trying to get everything to click and get that velo back up to where I need it to be. But last night was a lot more fives than normal, a lot more fours. I don't think I really got down too far in the velo. I think I stayed in a pretty good hot zone for me.
Yeah, that's something we talked about, or has been talked about. You were kind of, you didn't have a full spring. Are you still building up, or are you just trying to put your mechanics together?
I think a little bit of both. Building up wise, I think I'm good. I think arm wise, I'm good. I think it's more of just everything clicking, timing wise, and getting down the mound and just getting the ball to the plate. But confidence is still high, so I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah. I mean, if you're only throwing fastballs, there might be a problem, but you throw a bunch of other pitches. Where are you on the comfort level with your off-speed pitches?
Curveball, I'm very confident with. I think I can throw it at any point and any time. Slider feels really good right now. The only thing that I'm really struggling with to handle is my changeup, and that's just me letting the grip go too early. Not really sticking on, driving through the ball. I'm letting it kind of fly out a little early. So I'll throw some good ones and I'll throw some bad ones. It's just not a consistent mix.
How do you grip? You don't have a ball, but is it a circle change? What do you do for your changeup?
Yeah, just like my one seam on the right lace, I'll just turn it into basically a changeup grip on that one seam and throw it.
Okay, all right.
What's the difference in velo? How far down are you from your fastball?
Anywhere from 6 to 9 miles an hour difference. So 86 to 90 sometimes. I think I threw one last night at 90.
Okay.
Still,
I mean, it's about as you probably heard Mike Maddox and Greg Maddox say in spring training, is about throwing strikes and changing speeds.
Exactly.
Yep.
And these guys, yeah, I've said this before. One thing that gets overlooked about Mike Maddox is he pitched a long damn time in the major leagues.
Yeah, 15 years or something.
He pitched for a bunch of teams. He's always a guy who was wanted. He knew how to pitch, and then his brother, of course, really knew how to pitch. But what was it like to go to big league camp and then B, be like, hey, this is Greg Maddox?
No, I mean, it was a blessing. The person that stood out to me the most and made me feel like everybody was needed was Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, he came around every day, talked to me, really emphasized when I was going through the little hard time of the nerve issue and stuff, that no matter when I come back, I'm always going to be that spark kind of deal. It's just another life for a team that's been playing hard. And then if I say I did miss a couple weeks, he's telling me that once I get back, that I need to create that life again and bring that buzz around. So, I mean, sitting down with him every day and just talking baseball and just, I mean, I really never really got to talk to Greg Maddox too much, but they're just characters. I mean, they're funny. They're good guys to be around. And I mean, obviously you can learn a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I've learned about those two over the years is, they can be a little raunchy. They're very good golfers.
Oh boy.
And they love college basketball. and occasionally, I think one of them who's no longer employed by a major league team gets a little action on college basketball. I mean, he lives in Las Vegas, and his dad worked at a casino for a number of years, so it comes by it naturally. But I got a text. This is a pretty good story. I got a text. TCU, where I went and am employed, was playing the University of Texas at home, and the line was it was 3.5, I think. And they asked if I thought TCU could cover the 3.5. And I said no. All right. So TCU's leading throughout the second half. But as often happens, Texas comes back a little bit. All right. Yeah. It's a 6-point game with 3 seconds to go. Bam. Texas guy hits a 3-pointer, gets it to 3. TCU doesn't cover. It's like the worst beat. That's about as bad as beat as you can get. And if you had TCU and were given the points, holy crap, what a bad beat. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if that was a win or a loss, but so those were the conversations I had with those guys. But they're good. They're just good eggs, and they try to keep it simple. And that's, yep. I mean, you and I talked about this once because I was doing a story about analytics. You appreciate analytics, but you don't want to know the science behind it. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously you like to see your velo, but more importantly, I mean, for me, VA and your vertical approach, going to the plate, and really right now I've been focusing a lot on extension, because I think that's one of the key things that I've been missing and not getting down the mound. So extension then last night was up, and everything else kind of ticked up for me. So just kind of keep grinding and get back to normal, get back to the Owen White and playing baseball and playing hard.
It's not like you've been bad, Owen.
That's been pretty bad. Oh. That's pretty bad for me.
Well, that's you hard on yourself is what that is.
It's not. That's not me. I like to leave up in the game and never letting runners cross the plate, and I've been doing that too much lately.
So, you know your medical history and your everything. Do you feel like you are built up to get over 100 innings this year, get in the 120 range? Do you feel like that's attainable for you?
Yeah, I'm doing everything in my power to. I'm trying to throw as many innings as they want me to. I don't think nothing's really going to hold me back this year. I'm going to stay on the medical side of things and keep everything as clean as possible, diet, and just try to do everything by the books and stay healthy. So
you mentioned this earlier. The soreness is not in your elbow. You had the Tommy John surgery a while ago. What Kumar Rocker has to have had Tommy John on Monday this week. What would you tell him? Have you talked to him about it or anything like that? What would you tell him about the recovery process?
I had a great group of guys in rehab with me. I had obviously Mason Englert and just me and him clicked and did a lot of things together. Just if you once you get in there, rehab really is not as bad as people think it is. I mean, that's the time that you get to learn the body the most. He's going to come out of rehab bigger, stronger. He's going to look different, and this is probably going to truly change the way he comes out and pitches. I mean, I'm going to call it. I'm going to go ahead and say he's probably going to be 97 to 99 when he gets out.
Wow.
Easy.
I mean, you do see it. Every guy that comes out of the Rangers rehab process is bigger and stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Aaron Zavala, you've probably noticed Aaron Zavala is bigger. Josh Young was bigger last year. I can't imagine Kumar Rocker getting much bigger.
Well, he's talking about more defined and getting.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean that he is a big boy.
We got one of the best rehab. They'll get you back. I mean, it's gonna fly by. I mean, he won't believe how quick he'll be back. It's crazy.
All right. Even in Arizona,
Yeah.
even with all the monotony, it's going to go by fast. All right, you heard it. You heard it here first.
Yep, that's right. Owen White said he's going to be
Owen
back.
White, future rehab coach. I like it. So I'm going to turn it over to John. But since you were last on, I don't think you were engaged last time you were on. You're now a married man. How's that going, buddy?
It's perfect. We had a perfect wedding. Nothing went too terribly wrong. So I didn't get yelled at. So it was a good day.
Hey man, that's what you do. You show up and say the right name. That's all you got to do. That's the joke right. It's always been. You just show, and when they ask your opinion, you give one, and when they say no, go, okay. That's all you do.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So when we were there, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, we saw you walking out. Do you live in those apartments right there by the ballpark?
Yes, Omley. Yeah.
Well, that's easy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't be late to work unless you wake up late. I mean, you just walk across the street. All right, so listen, we're going to get into more fun stuff. We learned a lot about you last time, where you grew up, you played other sports, all that stuff. We talked about that. All right, we're going to talk about your teammates now. And I got one fun question I can't wait to get to, because you have been the answer for most of these. But we're going to ask you that coming up.
Oh boy.
Who on the team is the best dressed? When you go look around, who is somebody that you think looks good and is the best dressed on the team?
Jax Biggers.
That's twice for Biggers.
Yes, twice in a row. Yeah.
That's two for Biggers. How about funniest? Anybody on the team that just keeps everybody cracked up?
Oh man. I'm gonna go with Dustin Harris.
Really?
That's a sneaky one. How about this for sneaky? Dustin Harris has 17 stolen bases this season.
Yeah, he's faster than people think. He's kind of got that. He's thinned up a little bit as he's gone up, so he kind of runs like a deer.
It's impressive, and he's funny. All right.
Something I've noticed, Owen, is that there's not. I'm hearing this from a lot of people. There's not a lot of pranksters. Is there any pranksters on the team?
Man, I just the other day in Frisco, I was tying people's shoes up.
So it's you.
There you go.
I'll take the blame on that one.
That's the spirit.
I was tying the shoes up to the fence. Pretty fun.
So you're the prankster. All right.
Well, whoever came up with the mustache idea is a pretty good prankster.
Yeah, that one's probably been the best one that they've done so far. Okay, here's the one I'm anxious to do. So I always ask this: if you were in a back alley fight, who is somebody you would want with you? I'm telling you, Owen White has been a name by a lot of them. I think it's probably because you decided one day to punch out a mound. And all of that, but your attitude on the mound too, you are fiery, you get up there and you like to go attack and do that. They said you would probably be, besides you, I know you probably handle it yourself, or you think you can. Who's somebody you want with you if you're in a back alley fight? Who do you want with you?
How many do I get?
One.
You got to pick one.
Just one? Oh.
Your choice is me or a teammate. You got to pick the teammate.
All right.
This is the back end of Jeff running.
I'm gonna say Alex Spees, just because me and him are always together, and I know he's always got my back. So I'm gonna go with Spees.
And he's got long arms, so he would have the reach advantage, which is always big in boxing. That's the guy who has the reach.
Absolutely.
I like it.
He's a little crazy too. He's got a little.
Hey, he coached teenagers. He might be a little ornery when he gets out there having to deal with them.
He coached 8-year-olds. That would make him more ornery.
Yeah.
So you said, how many do I get? Is there somebody else that's kind of, you would think, he might not be bad either?
Well, I was just planning it out. Like if I got 3 people, I would have Strom, just so he could use his head to headbutt people.
Oh.
He's got a big old head. And then I got probably Chris Cease.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
No doubt.
That's a big boy right there.
Yeah.
That's a specimen.
I like Zavala too. I think Zavala, his dad is a police officer.
Right.
So he probably knows some holds and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's big and he's quiet.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for those quiet guys.
Yeah, those quiet guys usually have something they'll whip out something on you. All right, let me ask you this. So anything you're binge watching right now? You and your wife, y'all trying to?
Oh man, what is it? Scorpion on Amazon Prime. It's about
what is that?
Like it has 4 brainiacs trying to solve like the world's problems. If there's emergency, they'll U.S. will call them in, and they go and basically use math and all this other kind of nerdiness stuff to unlock the mission. Basically,
It's
way over my head.
He said nerdiness. Absolutely.
I tell you, an underutilized word these days is nerd. And Todd Frazier was calling guys nerds the year he was in spring training, and it was beautiful.
Absolutely.
And so I call my kids nerds. And they're smart kids, but if they fart around, instead of calling them a-holes or whatever I'd normally call somebody, I call them nerds.
All right. Listen, we're going to get a couple more and get you out of here, buddy, because I know you got a lot. Hey, let me ask you this on a start day. This is always interesting. You know what? I'm going to end on that one on a start day. You've been in Down East Hickory. You've now been in Frisco. Of those, is there any stadium that's an away stadium that you've enjoyed where you've got there and gone, man, this is pretty cool. This is a neat little town, whatever. Is there do you have a favorite away stadium you've ever played at?
It's not this one. It's not Arkansas.
No.
All right.
I would have to say I really enjoyed Springfield.
Okay.
Springfield, Missouri. You're talking about that, right?
Yeah. They had a nice little burger spot on right by our hotel that we could walk to downtown. They had ice cream right through there. And then you could walk to the field. Just everything was on your time. You didn't have to worry about buses. You basically handled everything yourself. That and Corpus Christi. I like being by the water and being able to take those little
that would be cool. Those
little scooters and ride around and just hang out with the boys. It was fun. And then you can go get seafood and stuff too. So, I love crab legs. So.
Do they have a Whataburger at their ballpark? It is Whataburger Ballpark, right?
Yeah.
Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
They have a Whataburger right by our hotel. I don't know if it's close to the ballpark. It's close to the ballpark because you can ride the scooter there.
I've actually been to the Springfield, Missouri Stadium, and my son will start college there this fall. He's going to be there at Missouri State, and Missouri State plays their baseball games in the minor league stadium. Missouri
State used to be Southwest Missouri State.
Yep, that's right.
Bears, as I recall.
All right, last one. All I want to do is tell me about your game day routine. You're going to start that night. First pitch is 7:05, whatever. What time do you get up? Are you eating breakfast? When do you eat lunch? What do you do when you get to the stadium? Tell me your game day routine.
Yeah, I'll run you through. This is what I did yesterday. So, got up about 10:50, got dressed, went and knocked on Alex Spees' door at 11. We went to Waffle House together.
Nice.
Me, Alex Spees, Ryan Garcia, and my wife. We all went to Waffle House. And then we came back. At 1:45, I had a pregame meeting. So we kind of went over the hitters, not really the hitters, basically what I was going to do. Pitched our strengths, blah, 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 blah. Then after that, 3:00 bus. So got to the field, kind of rolled out, just kind of hung out and talked for a little bit. Normally I don't get going until game last night was at 6:35. It only takes me about 2 hours to really lock in and get ready. So, jumped in the hot tub, kind of get the blood going. Went outside, rolled out, ran a little bit, came back inside, did some, nerve glides and did all my arm stuff and, knocked all that out with our trainer, and then went outside and started to get ready to throw. I do plyos. I do some medicine ball stuff. Then I long toss, and then I get on the mound and go.
A lot of stuff.
That is a lot of stuff.
So what will you do today? How do you get rid of the soreness? Is today your heavy day in the gym?
Yeah, so I'll lift today when I get to the field, and that's probably it. I mean, I'm not going to really do much. Kind of a chill day.
Will you get in the hot tub?
No, I won't get in the hot tub today. I'll jump on some. Our trainer will do some stuff with me, probably some deep tissue cupping and just try to loosen up everything, the back, and
cool.
Just get everything going. Yeah.
And does your wife go with you on all the trips, or just?
This was actually our first trip, and as soon as we got out of the car here, she said she wasn't coming on another one. So we'll figure that one out together, I guess.
Did she drive herself? Or
no, we rode together. We rode with Ricky Benasco and his girl, so we carpooled, and it wasn't too bad. It was just a small car.
Apparently, it was.
Should have drove my truck.
If Mrs. White's not coming back,
you just don't like the car rides.
Oh, there you go.
How far was it? Northwest Arkansas.
So North Little. They're in Little Rock.
What's that? 3 or 4 hours?
That's like 6.
Yeah.
6?
I think it came out to be about 5.
Yeah,
about 5 if including stops.
Well, I've never done it without kids, so it's 6 for us.
That's a long time to ride with Vanasco. All right, Owen. Anything else?
I think Owen's the funny man.
I think he is too, man. He's the prankster. He's tying shoes. We need to give him an idea for a prank. I tell you a prank. Here it is. One of the best ones I ever did. You'll love this, okay? It's the next time you're on a road trip. Now, remember this, okay? Go to Walmart and buy like 5 little cheap alarm clocks that maybe run on batteries, okay? Mm-hmm. Get into somebody's room, maybe Spees or whatever. Set those things to go off about every 3 hours and hide them all in his room. And all night long, an alarm clock's going to go off, and then he's going to find it, turn it off, and then by the second or third one, he's going to be tearing his room apart to make sure he's found every one of them. And it's hysterical. They get up, they get woke up. Now, it does ruin them for the next day if they lose their sleep. You know, don't do it to a starter. You can't do it to somebody's about to start that day.
I'll do it when they're all in there taking naps.
Perfect.
Any more for you?
No, we're good.
Owen, thank you so much, buddy. Thanks for coming on. We'll get you back on again, and obviously we'll see you out at the field when we're out there. Guys, that's Owen White, right-hand pitcher for the Frisco Rough Riders, and this segment was brought to you by the Frisco Rough Riders. Owen, take care, buddy. We'll see you later.
I appreciate it, guys. Take care.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you, bud.